Welcome to Critical Condition. My name is Joe and we're here to talk about sports. So a very big topic over the last couple of years has been Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz. Who's the better quarterback? Who would rather have lead your team? We're going to talk about it right now. Real quick before I get into this though, I just want to go ahead and emphasize that this is just based on my opinions and the quarterback that I would take. If you agree or disagree with me, please let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know who's your quarterback, who would you rather have guide your team. So let's get started. So Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz have been rivals ever since they were drafted. They were both taken in the 2016 NFL Draft. Carson went number 2 overall and Dak went in the 4th round with the 135 overall pick. So to add to that rivalry, they were both drafted in the same division. So these guys, they play each other, twice a year for every single year that they've been in the National Football League together. So it's very easy to see, obviously, why they're rivals and why they're compared so much. So with Dak, let's start off by, you'll see it pop up on your screen right now, his career stats. So Dak Prescott has a career record overall of 40 wins with 24 defeats. He is 1-2 in the playoffs and has thrown for 97 touchdowns versus 36 interceptions and has thrown for 15,778 yards. Carson's stats are going to pop up right now on the screen as well. So Carson Wentz is overall 32-24 in his career. He's thrown for 97 touchdowns and 35 interceptions, and he's thrown overall for 14,191 yards. Carson is 0-1 in the playoffs. So what we have there is those career stats for both of those guys. Now, when it comes to the quarterback that I want moving forward, I start looking at different things. First of all, now Carson has missed multiple games, and I have said, the best ability is availability. But the big thing for me when I look at about which quarterback I want to take is I look at their best seasons. Okay, and Dak's best season just happened to be last season, and that was him throwing for 30 touchdowns with 11 interceptions, and he threw for 4,902 yards, as you see on the screen as well. And what that resulted was in an 8-8 record, and it was pretty mediocre for me to say, because obviously when you look at the substance into that season where you really struggled against the good teams and was good against the bad ones, and really just watching them struggle and watching that the best season that Dak Prescott has produced in his career yields to an 8-8 season, it's really an eyebrow raiser. Now when I look at Carson Wentz, his best season was his second year in the NFL, and that was a year where he threw for 32 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and threw for 3,296 yards overall, and the record was 11-2. Now I know that he didn't finish the season, but he didn't actually play in the playoffs, but Carson Wentz was the reason, in my opinion, that the Eagles won that Super Bowl title. He's the reason why they were in position, because of the fact that when I look at Carson's best season, what the product of the yield was not only a playoff berth, but it was home field advantage for Nick Foles. You're not going to go and sit there and tell me that Nick Foles, being the Eagles quarterback and being the 6th seed, having to go on the road, would have yielded the same result for the Eagles in winning that Super Bowl title if it wasn't for Carson Wentz's heroics and the kind of MVP season he was having before he got hurt. No way in hell. No way the Eagles were going to win that with Nick Foles. So that's real big for me. So again, Wentz in his best season produced a better result and gave more to his team than what Dak did for the Cowboys. If anything, Dak was a liability at that point. The next thing I want to bring up is, just telling you right now, Dak Prescott with weapons really hurt himself because of the fact that in 2 pivotal games last season, he struggled when it came down to the Patriots or the Eagles. In that same Eagles game, where Carson Wentz had lost multiple different receivers, was throwing to practice squad players, and to quote Colin Cowherd, was throwing to deck chairs and lawn furniture in that game. And what I saw was a quarterback that had everything at his disposal and struggled to put up points and get the win, versus a guy that was far and beyond just better and a better leader and has better athletic ability to be able to find a way to have a terrible situation and still get and guide his team to victory. That's another thing right there. At that point, you start really thinking and wondering, well, Dak's good, but, you know, in reality, he's just a fourth-round quarterback who plays like a fourth-round quarterback. When I look at Carson Wentz, he's a quarterback that got drafted second overall and has the stature, has the athletic ability, has a better arm than Dak to be able to guide you. But my third point with all this going on right now is, you know, Dak just got a long-term deal to play with the Cowboys. Oh, wait, he didn't. He didn't. Carson Wentz isn't playing on the tag, right? The difference is, and you're seeing this on paper, and you're seeing this getting displayed in front of your eyes, is that Carson Wentz, when you have the quarterback, you pay the quarterback, and when you know you have that guy to carry you and lead your team, you have that. Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman saw that, and they paid Carson Wentz. There was no debate, and there's no talk about a contract negotiation. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Mike McCarthy, they don't know they have the guy. They don't know they have the guy. If they knew they had the guy, they would have slapped the money, slapped the contract right down on the table, and they would have paid Dak already. We wouldn't have had this hot topic that we had all offseason with Dak Prescott signing the contract or not. The difference is, we know who's better. The Eagles know they have their guy, and Dallas, they don't know they have the guy. So this debate is pretty much an open and shut door. Carson Wentz is the quarterback that I want to guide my team moving forward. Plain and simple. It's done like that. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to please leave it a like. And if you enjoy content like this, feel free to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Who would you take? Am I right or am I wrong? Thanks for listening. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.